little more talking and lot less racing. Let you guys know what be going on down here at the racetrack when I come. So today we are going to try some different gearing on the Superstock bike and see how that speeds me up. I'm 170 pounds, and 890s was like what I can get, and I need to get down into the 80s. So I went on ahead and threw on a 39 tooth sprocket, if you can see that. Like that. So we're gonna see what this extra tooth of gearing gets me. And for the Gixxer, I went down to a 41, 17 in the front on this, 41, 17 in the front on the 14 with a 39, and I used to run a 38 on that. This right here, the Gixxer, I've been trying to dip down to the 8s. I've been getting 9.0s with 1744, but it's really aggressive, and I always have to fight the bike or whatever for wheelie. So I figure if I can get that down to the 41, and then I can lock throttle a lot easier in first gear without having to worry about it rising on the wheelie, I might be able to pick up that ET I want. That's the name of the game. You want to lock throttle in first gear when you're dealing with these stock wheelbase bikes. You don't want to have to shift to second and then lock throttle. It's too much. However, you would have to, it would be too inconsistent, because then you got to shift to second and then lock throttle, and you're either not have enough RPMs in terms of keeping it in the power band or whatever, or you have to time it just right all the time. And don't get me wrong, you got to time it anyway when you're trying to lock throttle in first gear, but usually you can pick a spot on the racetrack and lock throttle and know that when you lock throttle right there that you'll be dead on or whatever. You just have to pick you a spot and go off a little bit of a feel, and you'll be able to lock throttle in first gear. So for those who's out here, it's like, yo, how do I do this Superstock thing? Keep practicing locking throttle on first gear. But I'm not gonna chit chat you to death. I just wanna let you know the game plan. We're getting suited up. 11 o'clock on Friday, test and tune. I'm putting my O2 sensor in. We're not supposed to have run an O2 sensor in the Superstock class, but I'm putting it in so I can get some data for the bike and get my air fuel ratio where I want it at. And then when it comes time to tech in tonight at my 8 o'clock race, or my 8 o'clock first qualifying pass, I'll remove the O2 sensor out and then go ahead and get in the game or whatever and do my first qualifying pass. If they do check your bike and they find out that you have that O2 sensor in when you do your first qualifying pass, it is automatic disqualification, get DQ'd. So what I do is I paid $100 on Friday to test all day, run my O2 sensor and get the tune that I want for the weekend on Friday, and I do it through the Woolwich, and I do it through a combination of the Power Commander. So what I do is with the Woolwich, I'll do the major adjustments in terms of, like, when I first got the bike and I was trying to get the motor tuned or whatever to the air fuel ratio that I want. And I've usually run around 12.9 to 13 for my air fuel ratio. Then once I get to the racetrack and I make a pass or whatever, whether it's a 90-degree day, 80-degree day, I'll use Power Commander to adjust the minor little adjustments here and there. Now with the Woolwich, you do get a more fine-tuned, more broader range to tune, but I don't want to have to keep reflashing every time it takes a while or whatever. So with the O2 sensor in and the Power Commander, I can set my target air fuel ratio and get it, and then apply the changes. So it's just quicker. It gives you the same results. It's a different way to go about it. It does cost a little bit more money, because after you pay for Woolwich and get the software and flash your own ECU and do the tuning, then you got to sit there and pay again for Power Commander, and then, you know, buy an O2 sensor and all that crap. And I know it's a lot, but, you know, in this game, you're trying to do things the most efficient way as possible and the fastest way. And the easiest way I can do it is if I'm running, I can make a pass, look at the changes, apply the changes through the Power Commander, and I'm good to go. There have been times where I've aborted passes and I've used the qualifying pass as my tuning pass, and I just don't tech the bike or whatever, so that way I can go ahead and get my get my tuning stuff situated if I don't want to pay the $100 or whatever to do an all-day test and tune. But I usually do it when my money's right. So, because these weekends cost you about $1,000 a weekend. That's just on the bare minimum. So there's some times when money's tight because I'm making upgrades to the bikes, and I'm like, you know what, I can save $100 if I don't buy an all-day tech card, and I just go ahead and use one of my qualifying passes as my tuning pass, and I just run past the tech station, and I don't tech in, so that way I can get the bike tuned in, because I don't want to get disqualified or get labeled as a cheater or whatever. So that's what I do. And there's different ways to the game. A lot of people do things different ways. This is the way I do it. So I'm going to see here if I can finish this season in the top 5. I'm currently sitting 7th in points out of like 30, I think, 29, 30 people. So I got to go rounds. Yo. I think I ran out of gas again. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad it's just doing testing, so. Yeah, I thought I learned my lesson last time I did this. But, ran out of gas. This is so embarrassing. That 39 rear tube, it's spicy. Sent me straight into a wheel stand. So before I start messing with the clutch any, I am going to find out if I can slide the clutch a little differently, make some adjustments that way. Give it a shot next pass, see how it works. We got all the way until 11 o'clock tonight to test this out, so I'll give it probably like 2 more passes on that gearing, and if I don't like it, I will put the old trusty 38 back on there and play ball. Alright, quick recap. That 39 gearing is definitely not for me. I did do a 901 today with it, which was great, but leaving was a task. I was wheeling. It's a tad bit more aggressive than what I thought. So what you can see right here, I did a 154 60 foot with 589 in the eighth, and did a 902. The 60 foots are pretty much the same, because I usually get 154s, 150s, 152s with the 38 gear. So that's probably, I wasn't going to see much of a change in the 60 foot because I can only leave it so hard. But what I was hoping to see is on the back half. And on the back half, I was going through the traps in like third. This one I'm going through in fourth. I thought it would be better, but for me and my riding style, it's not. So yeah, I'm gonna go back because my best with the 38 was a 148 60 foot, because I can leave without it being so aggressive and block that throttle quicker and get me going down. Like I was telling you, the name of the game in this class is being able to lock that throttle. Who can lock it the first? So tonight's gonna be a long night. Not a long night, but I'm gonna switch this gearing and throw the 38 back on there, and tomorrow I got qualifying. So we'll take it from there, and I'm gonna remember to put gas in it this time. That's the first thing I'm doing in the morning time. So all right, man, I'll holler at y'all Saturday. Let's get it. major wheelie. It was a 914 pass, 154 60 foot though. So yeah, I just gotta be more consistent with the clutch. I tried to kill it, but I shouldn't have tried to kill it. So I think we're going into eliminations because of the weather here. It's looking like it's gonna rain tomorrow, so we're not gonna get another qualifying pass. So we only got 1 on Friday and then 2 today. We're usually supposed to get 4 total, so I think they're gonna cut us 1 short, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, this is round 1, Saturday night. It's cold as hell. Look. But we're gonna see if we can go make some action. I got Brian Johnson, my buddy. Sucks. He's actually right over there. Those 2 bikes you see under that tent is father and son action. I got the daddy. So let's go see who's Big Daddy. We did it! We got first round out of the way. So they're gonna run us again tonight. But we made first round, so let's do this, baby. Well, it wouldn't be a complete season if you can't have issues with your rig. Look at this. My chain popped. I can't get no bikes up in there. So I gotta go get a Master Link from Tractor Supply. Hopefully they have it. Get it on there just so I can get home while I'm stuck at the racetrack. Blowout